The problem is something nags at the back of your mind that you're not good enough, or not good enough. That if you pursue what's right for you, you're in danger of, getting too big for your boots. Oh, are you sure you can do that? Are you sure you're just not trying to put your head above what you're not, you shouldn't place it? Your head above the clouds, the parapet. Whoa, no, you're just getting a little bit too big for your boots. And then you end up feeling conflicted. If I pursue what I want, I could end up alone because others might reject me. But if I stay the same, well, that doesn't feel nice either. Life feels on hold. In this episode, we are looking at how to recover from generational dysfunction, and you'll discover how to spot generational dysfunction, why, it's how it was, doesn't cut it anymore, and how to recover from generational dysfunction, even if you have no idea who your ancestors are. First, how do you spot generational dysfunction? Well, think. What is judged as sinful, no matter what? Family patterns passed through unquestioned, such as unmarried mothers are shameful. Mixed race families are shameful. Refusal to hide family substance abuse or violence is shameful. Because it's expected, you are never to acknowledge the family problems. All such examples are generational dysfunction because the messages are passed on, unquestioned as to their relevance. Childhood curiosity would want answers and would ask, why do you reject Auntie just because she isn't married, but has our cousin? Why do you call Uncle names because he comes from a different country? But the instruction, whether it's verbally communicated or not, says that you're not to ask. You're not to, that you are to continue the hostility or risk expulsion. Much of which is never actually communicated, never actually told that, but it's there. It's the feeling that it's there. Yet it continues as a habit through the generations, culminating in, it was the way, it's the way it was in those days. If this is the case, why is it then it's how it was, doesn't cut it anymore? It's the way it was in those days, doesn't cut it anymore because people have more access to information. Okay, if someone told you something that didn't sit right with you in, say, 1983, you didn't have Google to check the facts or YouTube to watch a video. It was easy for people to put on a disguise to cover the family secret in order to remain in control, which left you with the feeling there must be something wrong with me for questioning. People put on a disguise because they carry the belief, if I let you see me the way I am, you would see I am flawed and defective and therefore reject me. So for you as an intuitive sensitive, it's hard because you carry the innocence of honesty. You find you are rejected for presenting truth. So how do you recover from generational dysfunction? Because let's face it, you're meant to prosper, okay? Not carry the family secrets. It's a burden that you don't need to be holding. What I got sucked into for a long time was the belief generational dysfunction didn't exist because it was all normal to me. It wasn't until I started to question attitudes that didn't feel right did I start to question what I'd been programmed to believe. So, what are 3 little things you can do to move on from generational dysfunction? Well, number 1 is question what's denied and turned into a dark secret. Okay, so question what's denied and turned into a dark secret. When something is secret rather than owned, it controls you. Okay, think about what you've felt has been a held onto family secret and assess how you really feel about it. Number 2, let the embarrassment go. When you're embarrassed by something, you cringe inside. Then you try and emotionally run away from it. So let yourself feel it properly. You'd be surprised then how easy it is to let go. And number 3, notice if you are obsessed about privacy. This is an interesting one because if you are, it's often a clear indication of generational dysfunction. Why? Because what's the worst anyone can know about you? Not a lot, really. But the thought of it sets alarm bells of danger, danger going off in your unconscious. And that's previous programming in the unconscious triggered. And when that happens, examine it. See what it's really about. It will take a few goes, but you will feel you can more easily let go of generational dysfunction. And remember, it's not about perfect, it's about progress. So would you like me to help you accelerate your ability to step away from stuff that's not your stuff to solve? The meditation accompanying this episode will fast track you to letting go of these ancestral patterns. So give the resolving generational programming meditation a go now, because it will release you from stored energy in the unconscious ruling your world. And that's because you don't make logical decisions around generational dysfunction. You make illogical decisions based on unwanted unconscious beliefs, which have been stored in the body for years. And even sometimes they have been, in this case for sure, passed through the generations to you. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So this meditation will help you undo those unwanted unconscious beliefs by releasing the energy stored in your body, like popping a bubble, just like that. To orchestrate magic in your life, simply make your unconscious conscious. And the fastest way to do that is to use my meditations. Even if you've never done a meditation before, it's fine. You just follow the words. You've got the time. There is always time for something this important. And if you don't already have access, you can download a copy of the meditation for free from heidisawyer.com/36, written as the number 36. heidisawyer.com/36, written as the number, not the word. Okay? So now you've looked at how to recover from generational dysfunction. The next step is to learn how to discover what the inner child is angry about. So guess what the next episode does? It addresses how to discover the lessons of childhood resentment. So make sure you set a reminder now to join me for the next session, which I will release on Saturday at 4 p.m. UK time. And I will then be in the Intuitive Sensitive Facebook group for an hour from 4:30 p.m. to answer any questions you have about this episode and to interpret your symbolism from doing the meditation. Because your unconscious shows you how to change things through symbolism. Numerous cognitive neuroscience studies state your unconscious drives 95% of your life. Your conscious mind, 5% of your world. I believe intuitive sensitives are the new leaders because their sensitivity aligns with the new superintelligence, the deeper senses. So when you not only read my interpretation of your symbolism expressed during the meditations, but that of other intuitive sensitives' experiences, you develop your own fast link to understanding a further 95% of your world. That is enriching. If you don't already have access to this leader group of intuitive sensitives, then visit isptribe.com. That's letter I, letter S, P, tribe.com, all as one word. Okay, isptribe.com. If you're not sure if you are an intuitive sensitive person, then visit heidisawyer.com/quiz to find out. You might be very pleasantly surprised. So share this episode if you know someone who is struggling with these kind of generational patterns, because they will be very pleased that you did. So go now and listen to the free meditation, Resolving Generational Programming Meditation. If you don't already have access, download it for free from heidisawyer.com/36. Do it now, because then you're not allowing the limitation of perfection to get in your way. We believe your capacity for empathy gives you a unique perspective. The way we help you access your uniqueness is through developing your intuition, your inner world. When you allow yourself this part of you, life is easy. So go now and listen to the powerful meditation. And always remember this: your sensitivity is your greatest asset. Until next time, bye for now.